Okay, we are going to talk about breaking the trauma bond and what the most effective ways are uh, to break the trauma bond. The trauma bond can exert an absolutely incredible grip on its victims, a biochemical addiction to both abuse and the abuser. It is difficult to understand for the victim and for the support group. Breaking it requires a different mindset and very, very hard work. The first challenge of breaking a trauma bond, getting over the abuser or the narcissist. And people think that getting over a narcissistic relationship is all about getting over the breakup and trauma bond. And this is only half of the equation. It is an important one nevertheless. So, some tips to get this first half achieved. Understand completely that you are in love with an illusion only, and this person did not exist. Understand that the person that you were with was actually a very toxic and dangerous con artist. Self validate that they were indeed narcissists by systematically comparing their behaviors with the red flags of narcissism, learning as much about narcissistic abuse and narcissism as possible. Give up all of the hope of ever getting validation from friends, family, or sometimes even normal therapists, as no one who has never been the victim of narcissistic abuse will ever get it. Instead, seek comfort, support, and validation with other NPD abuse victims, or from a therapist, or from a narcissistic abuse recovery coach, somebody who specializes in recovery from this specific type of abuse. Let go completely of any dreams that you might have about the future with that person, because these sadly are completely unfeasible fantasies. Learn as much as you can about NPD, and the aforementioned points really will sink in. Forgive yourself for what you may have perceived to have been a mistake, or your mistake, or all your fault. As narcissists, after all, are very talented and believable con artists, and even the professionals get fooled by them. You were targeted for some very admirable qualities inside of you, and you were only trying to fix vulnerabilities inside the narcissist. Much though you may have tried, the unfortunate reality is that a narcissist cannot be fixed. Protect yourself from any further abuse. Make yourself unfuckwithable. Bomb proof. Go no contact. Block numbers. Prevent any social media feedback getting back to the narcissist. Cut ties with anybody who might be a joint friend and who is pro-narcissist. Approach this breakup as you would breaking an addiction, getting plenty of exercise and ideally outside in the fresh air. Set your goals regarding your physical health. Surround yourself with positive people who boost your spirits. Do hobbies and pastimes that you truly enjoy, and even better if they are creative. Surround yourself with triggers that remind you of happier times pre-narcissist. Listen to the music that you liked beforehand. Hang pictures of happier memories. Eat food that is reminiscent of your prior life. So here's the second challenge, finding yourself again. This second part is much more difficult and important, and whilst getting over the breakup is the obvious test of rebuilding yourself, and that is a real challenge. It is extremely difficult for victims, and more so for their supporters, to either understand the effects of the abuse during the devaluation phase, or just the enormous task that is ahead to rebuild. And few people get that it is not just overcoming a regular breakup that is the real issue. It is coming to terms with the fact that you lost yourself and in this entire process, and you have to pick up the pieces. You were shattered into a million pieces. Consider what happened to you during the devaluation phase. You were isolated from friends and family, little to no appreciation or praise, gaslighting constantly undermined, named, called, confidence systematically eroded and abused in so many ways, in every way possible. So here are some tips and tricks to help rebuild you. Establish physical refuge to buy time that is as free of pressures, as many as possible. Invariably, this will mean downsizing possibly, and even moving areas completely. You don't need either money, worries, or the risk of any contact with your narcissistic ex. Surround yourself with a different crowd of people who are fun to be around and who build you up, who boost your spirits. Do things that make you feel good about yourself. Work on your physical appearance to be the best physical embodiment of yourself, as this will boost your self-esteem dramatically. Identify and heal your inner wounds. And people who are predisposed to falling for narcissists because of some childhood wounds that they picked up could make them people pleasers with weak personal boundaries. And this is an issue that needs to be resolved as a part of your healing process. Work on your mindset towards your narcissistic ex, and by rights you should hate them and wish to seek revenge, but this is the wrong mindset. Not only will it take up all of your mental bandwidth, the narcissist will psychically derive narcissistic supply from anything that you do or think in this respect. Your aim is not to love nor hate your ex. It is indifference, and to banish them from your mind completely. Replace love and hate with pity if you must, because although they may well have destroyed your life, you can get away from them. Their toxic alter ego, on the other hand, their real self, follows them around everywhere they go, destroying everything about their lives sooner or later. So hold on to this belief that you will get over this. You will learn some amazing things about yourself and some amazing life lessons. You will develop a very difficult relationship with yourself, and you will emerge stronger, wiser, better, and more attractive than you were before. Do not give up, but instead be patient with yourself, as Rome was not built in one day, and you have a lot of healing to do, and it's a phase that cannot be rushed. Keep yourself grounded with the full understanding of the two halves of this challenge. The setback does not define you. It was a wrong turn, and that is all. The first step is to divorce yourself and everything from that relationship completely. And the second step is to rebuild you, because you lost your identity. Take all of that negativity from the first half and turn it around to be a force of good for the second. And remember that every moment of weakness, every time you feel like a relapse in breaking no contact, whenever you find yourself ruminating and thinking about them and getting triggered and all of the memories, remember that you dodged a bullet, and repeat that like a mantra every single time. And remember, never give up. Hey guys, if you would like to donate to my cause, Narcissistic Abuse 101, feel free to click the PayPal link in my bio, and your contributions will go towards live speaking events, free coaching for those in need, my new book, and so many more cool things that I have coming up.